Here is a simple illustration on how to achieve this stylish flare maxi dress. The first step you need to take is to fold your dress in a 180-degree flare from this way. You're going to fold it in form of a flare so that you can have enough wideness at the lower part, and you're going to cut this directly on your fabric, right? Now, the first measurement you want to locate on your pattern is your bust measurement divided by 4 plus extra 1 inch on it, right? Now, whatever you have, when you're placing your tape, do not place it this way. Take it up, like take it up. If you draw a straight line this way, you will have like a V neckline. Slant it up this way, right? To avoid having like a V neckline when you cut it out. Now, measure your bust measurement divided by 4 and add extra 1 inch. Place your tape and mark a straight line on that point. So this is your bust line. Your bust line will be serving as your chest line and also your bust line for this pattern. Now place your tape from that your bust. So let's say your shoulder to bust is 7 inches. Now from that point, place your tape from your shoulder to bust. Then mark your shoulder to under bust, right? You need your shoulder to under bust measurement. Then measure from there, place your tape and mark your shoulder to waistline. So this is not the actual measurement on the body, but I'm using it for this illustration, right? So let's say the shoulder to waistline is around 12 inches. Back your tape at the bust and decide how many inches you want to minus off from the shoulder. So for this pattern, you can use -5 or -6 inches. After that, place your shoulder measurement divided by 2 and connect it to the bust. After marking your shoulder measurement divided by 2, you're going to come in by 1 inch at this point, and then you extend it all the way down towards your bust line. Now you notice the bust is revealing by the side, and that is the more reason we came in by the bust measurement, right? So remember, what we have at the bust is your bust measurement divided by 4, extra 1 inch. Now at the under bust, you're going to mark your under bust measurement divided by 4 plus extra 3 inches. Because the under bust is extending towards the back measurement, you can as well use your under bust measurement by +4. Now on the waistline, you're still going to use that your waist measurement divided by 4 plus extra 3 to 4 inches. We added that extra 3 to 4 inches is because the front pattern extended to the back. Now you want to connect from your neckline all the way towards the under bust. So when you get to the under bust measurement, you're going to extend it towards the waistline this way. Now see how I'm marking this, although I'm not using the actual dress or fabric. When you get to the bust, when you get to the under bust, come down a bit by 1 or 1.5 inches. So let me use my marker to outline this. From the under bust, create like a curve, slight curve, and connect it towards the waistline. After doing this, you want to go ahead to take your full gown length. Now if you use -5 or -6 from the shoulder, that is what you will do. Place your tape at -5 or -6 and take the full gown length of your dress all the way around. Now after taking this, you want to go ahead to connect, and after connecting, you're going to cut this out. Please remember, towards the under bust, you're using your under bust measurement +3 and your waist measurement +3. Then remember to give this slight curve, then connect it to the waistline this way. That is that extra 3 inches that you added. Remember to create a curve at that point. Then you now go ahead to cut out. So after cutting out, open it up. Now at that under bust, remember we came down by 1.5 inches towards the waistline, and we also added extra 3 inches to our under bust measurement, right? So now at the upper part, you need to cut out your fabric that you use in wrapping this part. You need to cut out 2 inches, and you're going to use it to wrap up the edge of the upper part of your dress. Start attaching it from the back, and then you fold it to the front, just like when you're attaching a bias to a dress. then you now stitch it down. Now let's go ahead to wrap up this area. Measure what you have towards that side, around the underbust area that you cut out, to the bust and to the upper part. Then add extra 15 inches to it so that you can extend it to the back. Now to attach this, you need to cut out 2 inches this way. For the width is 2 inches. Now you're going to start attaching it from the back, just like when you're wrapping your bias with the edge of your dress, right? So let's say I just stitch this down, then I'll now fold the remaining ½ inch at the front and then use it to wrap up the edge. So this is that design we have towards the armhole. Now remember, you're also going to do this all the way to the other side. Then now fold half inch at the upper part, which you have 1 inch remaining. So this part will now extend all the way to the back of this dress. So if you have anywhere you're confused, please go ahead to call my attention to explain better. So I also repeated the same thing at the other side. Now we're going to cut out the back of this dress. Remember, at the underbust and the waistline, we added additional 3 inches from that of the front pattern. So when you're cutting your front pattern, you'll be minusing 3 inches from your measurement. Now let's cut out the back part of this dress. So we are going to fold this into 4, because that part that is the gathers, we are going to cut it in form of a flay. But if you are cutting this in form of a flay, you will not use your actual measurement. So remember, we took out 3 to 4 inches from the front measurement. Please, at this point, you really need to pay attention because there's a lot going on at the back. Now when we are cutting the front, we used the waist measurement divided by 4. And we added extra 4 inches. That is quarter of your measurement. Then you added 4 inches. Now for example, let's say your waist is 28. If you divide that 28 by 2, you have 14, and we have already drafted out the front pattern of this dress. That means 14 inches is for the front and 14 inches for the back. And remember, when we are marking the front measurement, we added additional 3 to 4 inches to that of the front. So since my waist is 28, if I divide it into 2, that is 14 for the front, 14 for the back, then I subtract 4 inches from that of the back pattern and give it to the front. That means the front pattern has 17 inches while the back pattern has about 11 inches. Now that remaining 11 inches, we're going to multiply it by 3. You will no longer use that 11 inches. So if you multiply 11 inches, it will give you about 33 inches. So that is what you'll be using to cut out the flay. So divide that 33 inches by 4 now to cut out your flay. Then place whatever you have. We'll draw out a rough curve. So let's say this is my 33 inches divided by 4, which will give you 8.25. You draw out a rough curve that is about 8.25. To make sure that your circle is accurate, you can go ahead to place your tape, starting from the tip and where you have that rough curve. Whatever measurement you have, that is what you're going to take all the way around, right? All the way around your pattern. So after marking that, you go ahead to draw out this circle, reconnect it. So if you are still confused in any part, because I know this back part has a lot, so please go ahead to ask any question, right? So now what you do is to measure from your waistline to your gown length from the front. Whatever measurement you have from the waistline of the front pattern, measure it all the way down, and then you now place it and take it all the way around on this pattern. That is what you'll be using for this dress. So after that, I'll just go ahead to cut this out and then slit one side open. Now this part we cut out is that gathered part of the back. So now you're going to gather it. So what we just achieved now is these gathers at the back of the dress. Now if you don't want to cut it in form of a flay, you can just cut out your fabric and pleat it. But cutting it in form of a flay will give you this full effect we have at the back. Now to get the center design on this dress, so the first step I'll take is to mark out the waistline. So what I'll do is Since I'm doing this in form of an illustration and I don't have a specific measurement, I'll just go ahead and use that of the waistline that I already used for the front pattern. So what I'll do is I'll just trace out the underbust, the waistline area I used, and then the bust area I used for that of the front. So I'll come up a bit by 2 inches or 1.5 from my underbust measurement. Then I came in by 2 inches, but I'll go ahead to readjust it because what I noticed that what I had there was much. Now for the lower part of this dress where you'll be marking the waistline, remember on our waist measurement at the back, we subtracted 3 inches. Just like I explained before, let's say if my waist is 28, if you divide it by 2, that is 14 for the front, 14 from the back. Now let's say you subtracted extra 3 inches from the back and gave it to the front. So on the waistline of the back, instead of marking that 14 inches, what you do is you go ahead to subtract 3 inches from that 14 inches, which will give you 11 inches. Now whatever you're marking is on fold, so your pattern is on fold. If you divide that your pattern, that's 11 inches. If you divide it by 2, it will give you 5.5 inches. That is what you're going to mark. Also remember, you'll be adding ½ inch at this point also, which is for the turn up allowance. Now what you now do is to connect. I'll just go ahead and connect from this part. So just like I said, I had to like reduce it because it was a bit wide at the upper part. Looking at what we have on the dress, the upper part is smaller. Then I'll now come down by 1.5 like I did from the front pattern and then connect it to the waistline. So please, if you have any question in any area, please go ahead to ask. Now what you now do is you're going to join this to this part, this gathered part. You join it this way. So you now go ahead to stitch it down, but I'm going to use my sellotape to hold it down. So after you're done stitching it, what you now do is, starting from that point that you came down from your underbust, that is that 1.5 inches from your underbust, you can also use 2 inches. You now go ahead to attach it all the way down, and then after attaching it, then you go ahead to also pull the other side and join it with ½ inch. That way that extra 3 inches or 4 inches you added by the side of the front pattern will now go all the way towards the back waistline of your dress. Then you now go ahead to fix your strap to the back. So I'll just go ahead and reduce this a little. So when you're cutting this, you can just go out by 1 inch at the upper part. Then you go ahead to attach it this way. Then if you have any excess, go ahead to cut it out. That's why I said add extra 15 inches after your measurement, right? So that any excess you have, you can cut it. If the 15 inches is not enough, you can make yours a bit longer. After attaching, you can cut out the strap of the dress. So this is what I have after the illustration.